What if I told you that one of history's most celebrated warriors wasn't recognized for her ultimate victory until 500 years after her death? On May 16, 1920, a teenage girl who changed the course of history finally received her long-overdue honor. Stay until the end to discover how her remarkable journey from farm girl to saint still inspires millions today. In a small village called Domremy in northeastern France, a girl named Jeanne d'Arc, Joan to us, spent her childhood much like any other farmer's daughter in the 1400s. Tending sheep, helping with harvests, learning prayers from her mother. You might see yourself in young Joan, a child with ordinary beginnings but extraordinary determination. She never learned to read or write, but listened intently to stories of saints and angels. What made her different wasn't privilege or education, but something far more powerful: unwavering conviction. At just 13, Joan began hearing voices. Saint Michael, Saint Catherine, and Saint Margaret, she claimed. While many today might question these experiences, to Joan, they were as real as the ground beneath her feet. These voices told her something seemingly impossible. She, a teenage girl, would drive the English from France and see the rightful king crowned. Imagine the courage it took for a 17-year-old peasant girl to approach military commanders in 1429 during the brutal Hundred Years' War, when France had nearly collapsed. Most laughed at her, until her predictions started coming true. Cutting her hair short and donning men's armor, Joan led French forces to a stunning victory at Orleans, turning the tide of the war. Within months, she stood beside Charles VII as he was crowned King of France, just as her voices had promised. But Joan's earthly reward wasn't glory, it was betrayal. Captured by Burgundian allies of England, she faced a politically motivated trial for heresy. The same courage that led her to battlefields now sustained her through brutal interrogations. On May 30, 1431, at just 19 years old, Joan was burned at the stake in Rouen marketplace. Her last word was simply, "Jesus." Fast forward nearly 500 years to May 16, 1920. St. Peter's Basilica in Rome overflows with 30,000 pilgrims, including 140 descendants of Joan's family. Pope Benedict XV declares Joan of Arc a saint, the Maid of Orleans, officially recognized for what many had known for centuries. Today, over 20,000 statues of Joan stand throughout France alone. This illiterate farmer's daughter, who never reached her 20th birthday, changed the course of nations and continues to inspire millions across faith traditions, nationalities, and centuries. Joan's life speaks directly to us today, that youth is no barrier to courage, that gender cannot limit greatness, and that conviction can literally change history. She reminds us that extraordinary achievements often come from the most ordinary beginnings. What impossible mission might be waiting for you? What voices of purpose are you hearing? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't miss tomorrow's video, where we'll journey to another moment when the impossible became reality. Each day at History Sparks, we're uncovering the powerful stories that changed everything, stories that help us understand our own potential. If Joan's incredible journey inspired you, please hit that like button and subscribe. Remember, history's greatest sparks often begin with a single brave decision, just like Joan's.